What else do you want to talk about? Should we talk about the G Cloud review sample? Why don't you give me your take on it? Have you seen the G Cloud?
Yes. So it's interesting. I probably, if this had been announced when the Steam Deck was really early, I'd actually probably be supporting of it more.
You're new here, so I got to forgive you. For the people, you got to recap for the people who don't know what the G Cloud is a little bit before you give your take.
I'm actually shocked people don't know what the G Cloud is. It's changing the tech world. It is taking over by storm. So on the screen there, the G Cloud is a handheld device like the Steam Deck, but it only does cloud-based like streaming platforms like GeForce or I don't know if it does Game Pass or whatever else, or if it's literally just
Xbox Game Pass and GeForce Now. Yep.
So you have to be connected to the internet at all times. So like, why be handheld? But the Steam Deck in its early days, the offline mode sucked. So I'd go to use it and games just wouldn't work because they required updates or whatever like that, and it would just be bricked. But now the Steam Deck is great, and the Aya Neos are great.
But expensive.
Yes. So why would you get something if you have to be around all the time? You could just use your phone. Just buy a $50 Razer Karashi. I can't remember what the handheld.
Sensei or something like that.
And then you have your 5G connection anyways instead of hotspotting to use this.
Kishi.
Or you're just at home, and Samsung TVs have Game Pass and GeForce Now built in anyways. So who is this for? They've waited too long.
Yeah. Okay. So here's what happened. Logitech reached out about potentially working together to do like some sponsorships or some advertising with us around this product. And rightfully, they expressed some concern that I hate it and therefore would not be willing and or able to talk about its benefits fairly. I think that's a smart thing for Logitech to be concerned about. But I actually think that they might have gotten the wrong idea from the previous times that I've talked about it. I don't hate cloud or like network-based gaming at all. In fact, if you go back far enough, was there anyone, and I mean anyone, on the face of the entire earth who beat the drum harder for Steam in-home streaming? Man, I forget what NVIDIA even used to call it, but the original NVIDIA Shield, okay, which was a mobile processor Android device predominantly designed for streaming PC games to your mobile. Was there anyone who beat the drum harder for that technology than I did? I don't think so. I'm super into it. It's super cool. It's amazing technology. Was it remote play? I know they call it grid or something like that at some point. No, Moonshadow. People are trying to remember what it was called. Yeah, Moonshadow was a different thing. That was like a third-party app that used the same NVIDIA encoder, but it wasn't like the first-party one that ran on the NVIDIA Shield specifically. For me, the main concern with the G Cloud is that it's up against a competing device that can also be used for remote play, but that has a powerful PC inside it. However, there are still ways that the G Cloud could justify itself, and some of them I've talked about before, but some of them I haven't. GeForce Now gaming, apparently. Or GameStream? No, GameStream seems... I think it's GameStream. Anyway, the point is, some of the ways that it could justify itself I've talked about before. If, for example, the controls, like if the ergonomics of it are significantly better than the Steam Deck, I could see that being a reason to have one of these. And they wouldn't even need to be amazing to be better than the Steam Deck. Steam Deck's heavy, man. It's heavy. Another way it could justify itself is great battery life. I haven't seen the battery life. I don't know what the battery life is of the G Cloud, but the Steam Deck, around a couple of hours if you're actually playing games locally on the device, and you might get, 3.5 or 4 if you're streaming?
It's not strong.
Yeah, it's not great. So that's one of the drawbacks of having a powerful PC in your handheld instead of using mobile hardware in a handheld. Okay, that's it. Pricing, it could also justify itself. So we'd have to see what kind of pricing Logitech is planning in the future. So I guess what I'm saying is, one is coming, and I'm going to get a chance to try it in person, and basically we'll decide how to proceed from there. But as a happy Steam Deck customer, would you consider the G Cloud?
No, I love my Steam Deck. I Don't like the battery life. Like we've done a few travel projects and having to stop playing, the first third of a flight or plug it in really sucked. But it is truly like amazing. I'm playing Fallout 4 with mods and it looks great and runs smoothly. Like I can't give that up to go on airplane Wi-Fi and stream via GeForce hoping that it works well. I'd rather just carry on a battery pack or wait for Gen 2 or I feel like Steam would even or Valve would even release just upgrade kits for your Steam Deck. So I feel like that is a more solid investment at this point, especially at its price point. It seems like a no-brainer.